Is this on? Yeah. Okay. Hello and welcome back. I don't know why you're here. Don't know why I'm here. It was nice to do something other than scream my lungs out at observation duty. So I'll probably get back to that eventually. But, you know, for today, nice and chill, with some Onmyoji soul builds. For Yuki-Onna, Puppeteer, and I feel like just having my Orochi here. What? I said I would show him eventually, so here we go. Now, I've got three things here for Yuki-Onna. Everything except my Orochi in this little batch has a nickname. Now, this one was the first one I got. What can I say? I love that skin on her. It's perfect. And it involves, of course, Snow Spirit. With an attack booster. So, as you can see here, we have this. This one to add some speed and a little effect and some crit damage. Another crit damager and some more right there. Crit damage, speed, effect hit. Watcher with some more effect hit added on. And there. Now, the main reason for this, why I went with this particular build, is I like having my Shiki be capable of making the first move, because, in all honesty, a lot of how a match can go, be it in a duel or any other event, can be decided by who goes first. At least that's my personal experience. It might vary for other people. But I either go for first hit or to make sure my Shiki can last through the long game. In her case, she's built for that specific purpose, as you can see here. Not the highest effect hit, because it's mostly just like everything else is adding to it. But she's literally meant to be hit, try to get her freezing out first. At least as much as possible. So we have here with her Snowball, Ice Buffer, and Blizzard. And so Spirit's literally on here because Yuki-Onna, Snow Woman. There we go. That's about it. I mean, I'm interested to see what she'll look like when I get her up to grade 6, but I have a lot of others I'm grading up first, so, you know. On to the second one here. Please read the appropriate joke. Mimikyu. And I know, it's not spelled like the Pokemon. This is literally just my way of trying to avoid it in case Pokemon has some kind of tantrum. But the name, of course, comes, and yes, as you can see, I completed her Secret Zone challenge, and dear God on high. Whew, that was a nightmare. I still can't beat Yuki's Secret Zone challenge. If you got an idea for that, let me know below. I'm struggling. But with hers, now, Mimic is one, now, I'm going to digress. Mimic is one of the souls that I see a lot added to her, and I kind of see why. Because you can advance a Daze, Silence, Heal Down, Confused, on top of her ability to freeze. I mean, it's about like how it goes with Kiyohime. You're definitely going to hurt somebody. Now, of course, to boost this, because, again, this is literally just to use its abilities. It's an effect resistance on her. Now, effect hit isn't that high, but you're going for, like, quantity here. But for some extra bonus, I added Ion Yobo. I'm mispronouncing, again. I can't pronounce things. Because of the crit damage, and because also, a little joke is that it's about how its 4-piece set does. With the frozen thing, it felt like it fit a Yuki-Onna. I'm an idiot. You're watching, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm a moron. This is what I do. things that entertain me. So, you know, just more attack and everything. She's meant to more, not as fast as my White Lotus, but she is meant to be a little bit more heavy on the attack. And it does work. They actually make a very nice team side by side. Of course, we also have my newest one who I'm building up. This one was meant to see just how far I could push the effect hit. Sorry. And as you can see, she's new. She's not fully leveled up with skilled up and everything. But for grade 4, not fully skilled up, second. I mean, so these stats are kind of nice so far. I mean, that 85% effect hit's pretty sweet. So for her, of course, she has Onmyoji, which is rapidly becoming my favorite effect hit booster, to be honest. I used to swear by Azure Basin and a couple others, but now, Onmyoji, I mean, come on. I mean, this is glorious here. And it's been fun. I'm actually really eager to see what she does when she gets higher rank graded and everything. But as you can see, this has a little more this right here is just because she needs a little more defense. And alright, I feel like sometimes defense can be a little more important than HP, because, I mean, you could have all the HP in the world, and if your defense is absolute shite. Why did I go British for a second there? I don't know. One day my accent will pick a country. But anyway, if you don't have, in my opinion, you can have all the HP you want in the world, but if your defense is absolute garbage, what good's that gonna do? Yeah. So, you know. Of course, Seductress, which is one of my favorite crit boosters, is here. Because I happen to have this Seductress laying around with an effect hit, with a double effect hit booster, and thought, let's see what happens. And so far, very pleasant. Again, I'm very eager to see what this will do fully skilled up and fully leveled up, if you get where I'm going here. But so far, I mean, she goes very nicely with the other two. I do have the Moon Blossom skin, so the nickname is actually a reference to what skin I'm going to put on her after I get her changed over, after I get her fully leveled up, because again, like with the with a couple others, I'm actually waiting to evolve her until after I've fully skilled up her abilities, or at least the available ones. We'll see. It should be interesting. Now, next we move on to my Puppeteers, of which I have 2, because there were 2 very interesting setups I wanted to try. This first one, of course, Sapphire, uses the butterfly skin. I don't remember the full skin name in the store for her, and honestly, I think that's my favorite look for her. Not to say the Puppeteer couldn't use a few more skins, but I personally love this one. It looks so gorgeous. But as you can see, hers is built, of course, with Scarlet in mind. Not too shabby, though. Plenty of Scarlet boosters to get her crit and everything up. Of course, this one right here is specifically for crit. Then, of course, you add in Kyokotsu. I literally am thinking of the Inuyasha character. But that just because of an extra attack boost, because why not? She's very attack oriented, even though her attack isn't the highest. But the main point of this is for her to be able to counterattack a lot. So hence again why we love Scarlet. It's great. And I mean, not too shabby. And of course, Jade. This is again a little bit higher in the attack category, but she's built for more of a crit base with Seductress. Let's face it. I mean, like we all know, Seductress is an extremely versatile soul. But of course, because of her ability to multi-hit, actually, like right here, inflict 5 consecutive attacks, she goes quite nicely with Ghostly Songstress. If only because after dealing damage for 5 times, the next attack is equal to 20% of its max HP, ignoring defense, to a max of 55%. I mean, Ghostly Songstress is great, and I love having this one. I use it for I quite often use it for multi-hitters. But that's 2 very, very interesting ones. They're meant to play up on her being an attack power. Now, unfortunately, the one flaw I have with this is the effect resistance is much lower, so she's more prone to that, but, I mean, you're getting some pretty good whacks, so. This one I just really do. Now, I almost feel like at some point I could have replaced these 2 souls with another Ghostly Songstress, but I wanted to try Kyukotsu out with her. You know, just for fun. But now we move on to my Orochi. Grade 6. I know someone's going to be like, you could do better. And yeah, you could. But this works for me to the point I quite regularly end up with having 5 snakes on hand, even in duel more than once, and it's done pretty nicely for me. So, hey. Now, of course, we all know Orochi. Whoop-ah. Got a lot of ability here. A lot of ability. And I have to admit, getting up to 8 orbs to burn out for that Flame of Divine Wrath is actually fun as hell. It's helped me through quite a few area bosses and secret zones before. Certain ones it doesn't work on. It doesn't work on Yuki, believe it or not. Maybe it would. Maybe I've done something wrong, but hey, this works for me. Orochi was one of my first, as I said it with when I was talking about Shiranui, is one of my first Shiki, so he carried me through a sizable chunk of the game. Of course, with him I have Soul Taker. This one for speed. Now, I know someone's going to say, why'd you put a speed on there? Because I'd like him to be able to make snakes very quickly, thank you. But again, I've mostly kept to that. Now, this Seneko, I can probably trade out eventually because he doesn't really need effect hit. I'm just too lazy to bother at the moment because I don't have a good Seneko and I don't have enough thingy scales to trade him out yet. Maybe one day. Now, why do I have an effect resist on here? Because, as I found is a common thing with many of the SSRs, excuse me one second, a lot of them are very weak to certain effects, like Confuse and Daze, which is why they're very good. Those are good effects to have on hand at times. And Sleep, unfortunately, also for him. He's very easy to put to sleep sometimes. So, the effect resistance of Seneko is literally here to try to give some kind of leg up on that. And literally, Soul Taker is on here not only because it's a good attack soul, but because it's very regular. He does a second attack, and especially pairing him up with Shiranui, that actually works really well to make sure you get all your snakes on the field quickly. So, you know, it makes for a lovely combination. But yeah, so that's about all I got for you. 3 Yuki-Onnas, 2 Puppeteers, and my beloved Orochi. So, I'm going to cut things here. If you would please do the holy trifecta of YouTube down below with a like, comment, subscribe. Well, again, if you'd like to see a specific soul build I have for Shiki, or you want to see a certain combat test, let me know. I will be happy to do it. And, you know, just, hey, if you got a suggestion for a game you want to see me play, leave that down there. Maybe I'll get around to it. But anyway, I'll catch you next time, and see ya.